the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own.
All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
First down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down and 4, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This is the tight end fan. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Ricky.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's just taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield.
More on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
MOG happy tears.
And again this time to the tailback. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally brought down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to go up top. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Noah Fant there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Mayfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 48-yard line.
Got it. Choose the mic. Down to lose 1. Hey, we got tight left, tight ends left. 3 down, 3 down. 3.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 9. 22. Check. Over. 22. Check. Over. Echo.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's forced out left. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
25, check 25, check 25.
Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
0-0, Mike 3.
On 3rd down, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes. But the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Play fake. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's caught. It's Malone. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 17 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Jackson on 1st down. He finds his man Johnson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
I'm coming after you. Alert, 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 alert.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This fielded at the 2. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's Sanders. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run. It's Sanders. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Hurry!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Samson Abukum able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Let's get it.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield got his man, Robbie Anderson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Open man there is Malone. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield on the crossing route, complete. That's Malone. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Raiders 13. Sam Hartman set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, up and over. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set, ready.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Jackson now. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's got his tight end fan. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 17 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read, pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. His pass caught at the 4. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Mayfield now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing. Mayfield. That'll be caught by Jordan Leggett, his tight end.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mayfield. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Pickett, down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. One-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And he can't get a throw-off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is